What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Big Maul, back with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul, starring me, your host, Big Maul, Molly B, Maul, Jay, Jamal, whatever it is that you call me. Welcome back with an episode. I know it's been like 3 or 4 weeks now since I last dropped, and I'm just going through a season in my life where a lot is changing, and I'm still trying to adapt to a lot. Then also, really just trying to find timing because, like, I'm the type of person that wants to be there for the people that I care about and spend time with them, and I want them to know that, hey, you got me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, trying to do that and spend time with my daughter, and it's summertime now, so trying to do things with her, getting her out of the house and whatnot. Um, I just wish there were more hours in the day, but that's not. So, and I'm actually on the way to the gym now, and I usually don't record in the car, as far as podcast goes. But then it hit me. I'm like, man, your very first episode was you in the car. So if you never listened to my very first episode, then go back and listen to it because I was in the car recording on the way home, and and one of my favorite, actually, one of my favorite people in the world, favorite basketball player of all time, Dwayne Wade is a Y Network podcast. Sometimes he records in the car, and this is someone that's a, a superstar in the basketball world and well known, has books and has he's a celebrity. He's someone that of popularity, and he records in the car with no shame. And I'm like, so what's wrong with me? So um, nothing has to be perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect, and sometimes you got to get in where you fit in. So as I'm driving to the gym today, and it's Wednesday, it's Hump Day, I just wanted to hit you guys up real quick and tell you that no matter what you're going through, it's always temporary, and there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. But a lot of times we're just not patient. We want things to happen instantly. We want things to happen right now, and that's not reality, and that's not what God wants. God is never going to give you something instantly because if you if you continuously rely on instant gratification, then that just means if it's not right then, right there in the moment, you will probably stop trusting God. You be like, God, are you up there? Do you hear me? And then we become spoiled also. We don't build that type of patience. We don't be appreciative and grateful of where we are currently and what it's trying to teach us, what that moment, what that season is trying to teach us while we're waiting for that blessing. And we're not working towards anything if it's just, instant. And like I said, that's not how God works. That's why it's divine timing because we think our timing is good. We think our timing is perfect, but His is better. And I've always said that, and I will always say that. And I've been a victim of, just not being appreciative, but also wanting things to happen when I wanted it to happen because I thought I needed whatever it was at that specific time. But God was like, nah, I got you. Sit down, just wait, continue to pray, continue to have faith, continue to work, do what you can, and I got the rest from here. And in time, whenever the time is right, which I know when the time is right, boom, it's gonna happen. And it always has happened. It always has worked out, and that's why we gotta have faith. And then, just also I wanted to talk about just like continuously going through something, but controlling our reactions. Because not every action deserves a reaction. Not everything deserves a reply. I don't care if it's a stranger. I don't know if it's someone that knows you very well. Either way it goes, not everything deserves a reaction. You don't have to go at someone just because they came at you. Sometimes you got to be the bigger person and walk away. Sometimes. And, you know, when you, sometimes when we react, when we sit back later and think about it, we're like, man, that person really got us out of character. We allow that person to get us out of character. We allowed that situation to get us out of character. And then it becomes, for me at least, it becomes a bit of an embarrassment just because of the fact that it's like I let someone else control my temper, my emotions, you know, and that wasn't me because it got me to act outside of myself, something that's not me, someone that's not me. and I become ashamed of that, and I've definitely been a victim of that in the past, and I can fully be transparent about that because we're not perfect human beings at all. We all live, we all learn. We'll always continue to live and learn, but at the same time, it's like I want to always operate at my best capacity. Sometimes that may not be 100%. That may be 70%, but that's like the best 70% that I'm going to give. I'm going to give all of that 70. You know what I'm saying? And if I do that, when I do that, I'll feel better. Like this person may have made me mad. This person may have said something to me or tried to get a rise out of me. And instead of me feeding into that, I walked away. And that's one of the hardest things to do is walk away. That's one of the hardest things to do. But that's what our parents teach us. That's what our parents teach us day one. Day one of starting school, starting elementary school, starting middle school, starting high school, even college, or going into the workforce, going to a party, whatever it is. Our parents will tell us like, at least my mom did. She always told me like, you can walk away. Someone says something to you, you can walk away. You don't have to start nothing, but you can finish it. But like it's within reasonable doubt. It's when someone is trying to harm you, then you dang right. Someone puts their hands on you. Yes, defend yourself. But when there's a war of words, man, I know they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will make me hurt you. Man, don't let those words cause you to go back at somebody. Let people say what they want to say. I've always used the example of something that I drew out of my head, not something that I went through personally. But I used the example of someone can talk about you, your family member, or whoever, and really, really try to get up under your skin. And what if they succeed and you fight them, you beat them up, you put them in the hospital? You go as far as putting them in the hospital. They break a bone, whatever, and you like, okay, well, I shut that person up. That person can still be talking about you in that hospital bed when you're not there. That person can still be texting about you to their friends or their family or whoever. You cannot stop people from saying what they want to say, and it doesn't matter if it's a lie or not. You can't stop people from saying what they want to say. You just can't. There's no amount of beating or whipping or whatever you want to call it that will cause someone to hush and stop doing what they're doing. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. That's why you should do what's best for you, which is to move forward and not entertain the circus. Um, Nipsey Hussle, I don't know if a lot of y'all may know who Nipsey Hussle is, but he was a rapper. He was a he was a he was a great storyteller. He was a business owner. He was a father. He died in 2019. He died on actually April 1st. He died on April 1st in front of his Marathon clothing store in Los Angeles. But I saw an interview that he did once, and he was talking about DJ Academics, which is someone in the music industry. He's a DJ, and he always has an opinion on something and somebody. And the interviewer asked Nipsey Hussle one day about DJ Academics and what he was saying about Nipsey Hussle, and it was in a negative light. And Nipsey simply said, "Man, I'm not going to entertain what anyone says about me. If you got something positive to say about me, thank you. I appreciate you. But if it's something negative, I'm not even going to continue to build my legacy and my thought process and my journey off of negativity. I'm not going to let positivity drive me and hang on that because people are going to say have good things to say. People are going to have negative things to say. But for the negative people that are searching for a reaction and wanting you to self-destruct because they're jealous and they see you doing good. They see you being celebrated. They see the motion that you're having. They want to do everything they can to tear you down. They want you to overreact and they want you to look like this thug or this aggressor. You gotta not entertain that and put that person on goofy time and let them fizzle out. And that rung so true to me when he said that. I remember seeing that interview for the first time, and sometimes I still go back and revisit it just to hear the way he said it because it was just so profound. Um, You just gotta put people on goofy time, man. You gotta put people on goofy time. Let them sit over there and let them fizzle out because at the end of the day, when you stop giving people the reaction that they want, they'll leave you alone and then they're gonna go find someone else to do. And it aggravates them way more when you don't react. It kills their spirit. It kills their energy when they can't get anything out of you because you are unbothered. Amarion is another great example. He's a singer and he's unbothered. Like people talk about, oh, he don't have the dance moves that he once had when he was a teenager and this and that and the third. He doesn't care about that. He goes out, he dances, he makes his music, and he doesn't entertain the circus. He doesn't allow people to get to him and stop him from having fun and stop him from living his life. And he doesn't engage with people in the comment section of posts and things like that. Man, we don't care about that stuff. We don't care about other people's opinions because they're just that, opinions, and we can't be driven by people's opinions. You can welcome the applause and be grateful for it, but also don't hang your head on that, and don't hang your head definitely on the negativity. You can definitely live your life the best way possible just by keeping God by your side and working hard and surrounding yourself with people that truly care. That's going to tell you when you're right. That's going to tell you when you're wrong. And that's not going to be jealous of you, and that's not going to do things behind your back to cause you to self-destruct and cause you to get off track, and distract you from God and distract you from your purpose. That's all you got to do. So, like, just control your reactions. Have patience in this life. Have patience with God and what you want and what you need and what you feel like you need. Pray and have patience and continue to work hard. Continue to live your life. Continue to be positive. And when it comes to someone just trying to nudge you and trying to pick at you and pick at you and pick at you, all you have to do is walk away and shrug that off. You can't stop people from talking. Let them do and say what they're gonna do and what they're gonna say. Just let it go. Learn to let it go. Learn to let it go. You don't always gotta go back at someone. You don't always have to speak up. And it doesn't mean that you're a punk. It doesn't mean that you're scary. It doesn't mean that you're allowing someone to step all over you. It just means you're the bigger person. It means that you're a growing a growing person. And it means that you're maturing. And it means that you're happy within yourself so much that what anyone else tries to do, it's just not a factor. But I just wanted to holler at y'all on this Wednesday, on this hump day. I'm about to get inside this gym and go work out. Hopefully, you guys are moving your bodies, have been working out and doing your things like you're supposed to do, drinking your water, eating right. And yeah, man, I want to say a late happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I want to say thank you for everyone that saw that it was my birthday and wished me a happy birthday. I'm 33 years old right now. Um, so that's crazy to even say, 33 years old. Um, and yeah, man. So yeah, just go out there and just live the best way possible. And yeah, follow me on everything at Jamal Butler. JeMahlButler. Holler at me. I love you guys so much, but God loves you more. I appreciate you though. And yeah, remember, man, people will try you, but you are not the one. You are the one. Unbothered. God's got you. And I will catch you guys on my next episode. Peace.